Hello everyone, Amanda Grace here from Ark of Grace Ministries. So I want to talk to you about something fascinating about what Christ endured and the prophetic symbolism of the very places that are in the accounts of the Gospels and how it relates to us being believers in modern day. So Gethsemane is mentioned in multiple areas in the Gospels as the place where Jesus was arrested actually and taken to the high priest. It's the place where Judas betrayed Jesus. Now Gethsemane means oil press, and Gethsemane became the setting for an intensely emotionally and spiritually significant moment for Jesus Christ as he faced the weight of the impending suffering and sacrifice that was awaiting him at the cross. Now, if Gethsemane means olive press, I want to talk to you about what the process an olive goes through, because it is linked to Christ. So the olive has to submit to the olive press. It is the will of the press that comes down on the olive that brings forth the oil from the olive. Without the press, no oil would ever come forth from an olive, because the olive has to be crushed for oil to flow. An olive cannot stay whole and give up its oil. During the time of Jesus Christ on this earth, heavy stone slabs were lowered onto olives that had already been crushed in an olive crusher. Gradually, the stone slabs, the weight of it squeezed the olive out, and the oil ran from that into a pit. There, the oil was collected out of the pit and put into clay jars. A donkey pushed on a horizontal beam, which in turn rolled a millstone that crushed the ripe olives into a pulp and prepared it for oil to come forth. Olive crushers were placed in caves normally, where it improved the efficiency of production. Now, how does this all relate to Christ? Christ rode in to Jerusalem on a donkey, preparing for his crushing. Christ was made to carry the beam of the cross to Calvary. Remember, a donkey and a beam take part in the crushing of an olive. The olive is first crushed to prepare it for the oil to come forth. Christ's body began to be crushed at Gethsemane, and then the crushing process finished at Calvary. Then a stone slab comes down that presses the crushed olive and brings forth the oil and flows it into a pit. Christ was then, after he died at Calvary, was placed in a tomb after being crushed, his body being crushed. A stone was rolled over the tomb, and within that 3-day time, Christ descended into the pit, into the underworld, to take the keys from death. The oil then is taken from the pit, raised from the pit, and placed in clay vessels. Christ was literally taken from the pit, resurrected out of the darkness, and his vessel was then filled with new oil from the crushing, because it brought forth new life. Christ's journey into Jerusalem, to Gethsemane, the beating, the crucifixion at Calvary, and the resurrection follows the process of olives being pressed to bring forth new oil. And that's why we as believers go through similar processes when the Lord wants to press in order that that new oil may flow in this time. God bless everyone. Be in the Word of God every single day. Keep the faith.